Hi there, and welcome back to Take a Pause with Mare. Today, we are calling the biggest game of midlife the Menopause Superbowl. I'm Melissa, fan of the Eagles, and I am joined by crazed fan of the Giants, Marianne, and super fan of the Raiders, Raquel.
Go Raiders!
The lights are on, the crowd is loud, hormones are warming up, and yes, the temperature in the stadium is unpredictable. Game on, hormones!
Well, welcome to the biggest arena of your life, your body. The stadium has hosted decades of games, careers, caregiving, pregnancies, stress, ambition, and resilience. And now the championship game is midlife. The lights are brighter, the stakes are higher, and suddenly someone turned the heat way up. Hot
Yeah,
flashes have entered the stadium. Watch out.
so true.
Boo!
I know. And because of those hot flashes, our Super Bowl hydration timeout is brought to you by water. Yep, you heard it here, water. Because dehydration during menopause, thank you, hits harder than a missed tackle. Dry mouth, headaches, fatigue, cravings. So let's take a sip. Yes. And add electrolytes if needed or alcohol and get back in the game. Water is still undefeated.
Now let's meet the teams. Team Estrogen, formerly known as the HBIC. They've had an incredible run, MVPs for mood, sleep, metabolism, skin, and confidence. But this season, they're transitioning out. Not gone, not benched, just no longer playing full quarters.
Mhm.
Well, and then we move into our team Cortisol, who is overconfident and plays dirty, loud, aggressive, shows up under stress. Symptoms include anxiety, belly fat, poor sleep, and irritability. We can all talk to that. think They think that this game is won by intimidation. However, Menopause has a game plan for you.
Yes. And this sponsor break is not sponsored by cortisol because cortisol said push harder, sleep less, drink more coffee. I
No.
mean, I don't mind that one, but no, it's not. We decline. And this message is brought to you by boundaries, breathing, and saying no without guilt. Cortisol is benched this season.
Oh, well, in our first quarter, perimenopause kickoff, whoa, estrogen has fumbled the ball. This is where the confusion starts. Like, why am I crying at commercials and TikToks? Why am I emotional that my neighbor pulled out their hollyhocks and crying for a full day? Why did the coffee betray me and now I'm a spun out, crazed human being for the rest of the day? This is not weakness. This is kickoff. Your hormones are shifting formations and no one gave you the playbook.
Now we're going to go into the second quarter. Cortisol has scored, and they are trying to pull ahead. But I've spoken to Team Estrogen's coach, who told me they have a strategy, and the strategy is rest. If you're awake at 3 a.m. replaying conversations from 2009, that you're not failing, it's just your hormones. This season's sleep strategy is going to include a dark room, cool temperature, fewer screens, more breathing, because the coach told me no one wins a championship exhausted. Sleep is going to be the real MVP of this game.
Well, welcome to our halftime show, The Pause. Halftime is not entertainment, ladies. Halftime is our strategy session. This is where women stop blaming themselves and start adjusting the plan. Less pushing, more listening, because rest is not quitting, it's coaching. Now listen closely, girls. This is important. Stop pretending you're okay. Stop pushing through. Ask for support. at www.menopause.com.
And our next sponsor break is sponsored by Smart Movement. No punishment workouts. I just love that. This season's training includes strength, mobility, walking, recovery. Train for longevity and not punishment. I mean,
Yeah.
train to get out of the chair when you're 80 without support.
Yes.
Right now, I'm going to take 60, maybe even tomorrow.
Now let's take a look at the third quarter nutrition playbook. We're going to forget the crash diets here. We're going to forget eating less and moving more. This season's winning plays include protein for your offensive line, fiber for your defense,
Mhm.
and you want a balanced blood sugar for your stamina. This isn't about weight, it's about performance and strength. And the coach also told me fuel is strategy.
Yes.
I agree.
And that is so true because our next sponsor, the game is fueled by nourishment and sleep. You know, it's not sponsored by skipping meals or surviving on coffee or, like Melissa said, being awake at 3 a.m. Fuel your body like it matters because it does.
Absolutely, Mayor. And now we're to our comeback in the fourth quarter. Here's the twist, ladies. Menopause is not the end game. It's the beginning of a smarter play. This is where we stop apologizing, set our boundaries, and lead with wisdom. And if y'all are like me, you're chasing the wisdom discounts around the stores.
I love the wisdom discount. Yes. And our sponsor break now for this is Menopause. So, menopause and menopause isn't personal, it's physiological, and it's already showing up at work, right?
Yeah.
We can all agree
Huge.
to that. Yeah. So, with Menopause, it helps HR leaders and managers build real menopause support. And through training and tools and different clear leadership language, so teams stay engaged and talent stays where they are. So every championship team needs coaching and a game plan. And this is your comeback session at work, menopause.com.
Well, and the trophy
Oh,
is
the trophy. Let's do the
is the Menopause Super Bowl trophy is not a smaller body. It's energy, it's confidence, it's clarity, it's strength and peace in your own body. The trophy is winning the new you. The best part is you have a team in Menopause.
We'd like to thank you for joining us for the 2025 Menopause Super Bowl. Congratulations to the winner, you. You're not broken, you're not failing, you are playing the biggest game of your life. Bring it on, hormones.
Bring it on.
absolutely. I mean, I think that just deserves a round of applause. And that's a good applause. Yes, you have to get it all in there, girls.
Right.
Round of applause.
Right on to the applause. So, as with any Super Bowl highlights, we always have the post game highlights, and
yes.
we can, with the score, the winner, estrogen 34, cortisol 10.
Yay.
She pulled ahead, girls. She
Good job.
really did. Yes, she did. So, with the post game highlights, balance being estrogen, balance wins when strategy shows up, right? So, we can learn that the opening drive we saw is eating within 60 to 90 minutes of waking up. It basically shuts down the early cortisol surge. And, protein fiber is a strong start. I'm relearning that every day because it's so easy to just get your coffee and rush off to work. And then you realize that, oh, I have the shakes. I'm feeling a little cranky. And, now you're like,
Blood
where do I
sugar's
get
in
a
the
protein
toilet
bar?
and you're really shaky.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
love coffee.
I love coffee too. So I relearned that I'm trying to relearn that every day about the protein.
Then we have midfield adjustments.
Mhm.
Coffee moved after food, and the jitters were benched. The energy stayed steady.
Yeah.
I'm with you though. I like my coffee when I get up.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. I'm a tea drinker, but I need my same amount of caffeine. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
our smart training call today was HIT. It took a seat. And I don't know if any of you guys have been involved in any of those HIT workouts, but at my age, of the ripe age of 50, it's tough. It is a lot tougher than it used to be in our 20s. So walking plus strength training carried the drive without burning down the system, or burning out the system, we should say.
Oh yeah. I have a quick funny story with HIIT. I did not know that that meant high intensity training. So I
Yes.
signed up. I signed up for a hip class, a spin class, because I thought it
Of
was
course, that
just
adds spin to it also.
right. And I thought
Yeah.
it was just hit music. So I was like, yes. And
Yes.
well, I'm here to tell you, I basically
No.
I was sore for a week because I'm like, I'm not gonna let people know I'm struggling, but I struggled the whole time. And I asked my son, I'm like, and he goes, Mom, that's high intensity. I'm like, oh, that makes more sense. Makes more sense. So yeah. Here to tell you, stay away from the hits.
Yeah,
Oh
stay
dear.
away from the HIT.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter
So
defense was our fourth quarter defense is sleep protected. The lights are dimmed. If I could talk today, it'd be wonderful. So our sleep is protected, our lights are dimmed, and magnesium is in rotation. And magnesium is coming in hot for the win on that.
yes.
Cortisol didn't stand a chance. It puts those restless legs to bed. It helps you calm down the jitters. I mean, it really is one of the underrated MVPs in menopause. Magnesium is the number one lacking in the American diet. So I feel like that's something that you should look into with your provider.
Yeah.
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 The clutch
Absolutely.
moment of the game was progesterone, timed at night. It helped claim the late game cortisol spikes. That's another one, progesterone.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yes.
Big time.
And always take that at night. Like it said, when I first got my prescription, it said take, once a day, take daily. So I took it in the morning. Yeah, I'm here to tell you, I thought I was going to fall asleep driving home. Like I was like, ah, okay. So then I reread and I take it at night. That makes more sense. So yeah, don't take in the
Instructions.
morning. You will fall asleep at work. Yeah.
Yeah. Our MVP play is our nervous system support. Sunlight. Oh, I love me some sunlight, even if it's 10 minutes
Mhm.
just for the day. That's all I can get in. I do it. Slow breathing, which is an incredible tool, ladies. Like if you learn how to breathe and do it with intention, it really is helpful. And saying no. Saying no is okay. That's
Mhm.
our MVP play, right? No matters to us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
quietly won the game.
Yeah.
That's more peace in our life.
Stats
Stats
that
that
matter.
matter. Yep.
Yeah. The HRT supports the hormones. The cortisol decides how well it works. Timing is more than willpower, and consistency is better than intensity.
Yeah. And that is like that is something too, because I always thought you had to do higher reps, higher everything, and you have to and you end up just injuring yourself. And I have injured myself just with it takes you longer to recover.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
if you just do consistent and if you stay with 10-pound weights, that's okay. And you do 8 reps. You don't need to bump up to, 25 pounds and do, 15, 20 reps. So that is something that I think I've also relearned.
It's true though. I mean, I just tried Legree on a reformer last week, and that It's really high intensity, except for it's in a different type of intensity. So it's more like a slow motion. So you're really working on specific muscle groups. And although it's really
Oh.
strenuous at the time, it's not to the point where you're like, I can't breathe, I'm falling over. Like it's a different type of intensity. So looking at different things like that, I think are huge.
Yeah, I would agree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, the game takeaways, you don't need to hustle harder in menopause. You just need to have a smarter playbook. Be
True
more
story.
prepared. Be prepared for everything.
Right? I love that, a smarter playbook, right? And where you can find this smarter playbook is at menopause.com for real life midlife strategy and not sideline advice.
Love it. I love it. So, this concludes our Super Bowl, but we can take a deep dive if we want into each quarter and just see, like, from our experience, what we had, with estrogen, like where you say it fumbled the ball in perimenopause.
Yeah.
So true. I really
Oh,
wish I knew then what I know now,
same.
because I would have known that I was in perimenopause, but I personally, I skipped the whole first quarter just not knowing. And you
Yeah.
do just fumble around to try to, I don't know, you don't even ask because, again, like everybody says, oh, I'm too young for this. I'm only, at that time it was like 45. Oh, God, I didn't even hit my radar, but estrogen was fumbling all around.
Over and over like a dryer cycle.
Yes. 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 So true. I mean, that's a great analogy. Like that's what
Uh,
I had. Did you
yeah.
guys have the similar?
I did. My estrogen fell and it exacerbated my autoimmune disease, which is celiac. And that wound me or landed me in the hospital for over a week and misdiagnosis after misdiagnosis where nobody was saying anything about menopause. Even my gynecologist, where I was going to get an ablation. And I should have had more of a conversation about like menopause. But again, like Mare said, what you don't know, what you wish you knew now, what you knew, or what you know then now.
Yeah. It is so true. And I was like, that's how, like, this whole thing started, was to help the younger girls.
Yeah, yeah. I have a daughter, Mare has a daughter.
Yep. Yep.
I mean,
We
we
all
wanna
have.
help the women that are
Yep.
coming up. Mhm,
Correct.
mhm.
Correct. Did estrogen fumble with you at all, Melissa?
Of course. I didn't really realize it at the time either. I was
Yeah.
just like, okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you only knew then what you know now, for
Right,
sure.
thank you. You actually got it out correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brought to
It
you
is.
by lack of estrogen or brain fog. Take your choice.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
Uh-huh.
it truly is. And, like that, the first quarter we said it fumbled, and then the second quarter is the sleep disruption. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that
Sleep
to me,
Like, the sleep training was
great.
huge for me. Like, I ended up, getting an Aura Ring, which I really love, and it
Mhm.
helped me kind of break down how my sleep patterns were working and, like, gave me better ideas of, like, when I should rest or if my stress was getting too out of line and, like, how to which has really helped me kinda get my cortisol back in line. Thank God we're the losing team because, having a spiked cortisol is not fun. I have been in that
Oh,
position, and
yeah.
I will tell you, you will spend your whole day in a real panic attack, and that's not fun. So, cortisol, you're out.
Yeah. Totally benched. Yeah.
Mhm.
I get that. The sleep, Melissa does still continue to do night shift. I did night shift with Melissa, like, probably 2.5 years, maybe 3-ish. And I just thought, oh, when I wasn't working nights, I would get up at 3 a.m. And I thought, oh, it's just because I'm, night shift. I'm on that night shift schedule. And then when I went back to days, I'm still waking up at 3 a.m. And I'm like, why am I waking up at 3 a.m.? This is crazy. And then going to bed, I would be anxious. I don't want to get up at 3 a.m., and then you're like trying to fall asleep.
Um,
And the
mm,
internal monologue that you have, it's like, oh
it's
my God, it's
brutal.
exhausting. You would
It is
think
so
it's
brutal.
exhausting, right? But it doesn't make you fall
Right.
asleep.
I'm gonna be honest, I get so sick of my own damn self sometimes. I'm like, shut your mouth.
Yes, because it's
Yes.
everything. Oh, I hope I didn't
Uh,
offend somebody saying this. Oh, I wonder if what am I gonna have for dessert on Thanksgiving? And it's, May. Why do I care?
right. Who
Why do I
created
care
the
at this point?
microwave and why? Like why? Just why? Who cares at 3 I don't even care now.
Yeah. I mean, that truly that is the the one thing that I thought was the most annoying. And then when I found out that it's from the sleep disturbance and from everything, then I'm like, okay, but now that I take the progesterone at night, like I said, girls, I sleep like a 35-year-old.
Huge
Wonderful.
difference. Huge, huge difference. I mean, we won't lie to you. It does take a while to adjust your hormones and get back on
Yeah.
like an even keel because your body's like, "Wah," and then you
Hmm.
bring back, if you decide to go HRT, you kind of go back on this. But to find this takes a little bit of ebb and flow.
Yeah. 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 I would agree. I would
Yeah.
agree. But then once you that's where the alcohol comes in. Like once you get onto like, okay, I'm good. You're like, I really don't want to have a couple of glasses of wine and then be up again in the middle of the night and
Right.
not be
Well, and
able
it's
to
interesting
sleep.
for me as well with alcohol because, like, when I cut the alcohol, it wasn't so much, it was a lot to do with the sleep, but it still was like, well, my autoimmune disease impacted my liver, so I cut alcohol. But I just think, like, even the thought of alcohol now is like, I don't even need that to calm down because I have myself in a better range with my cortisol that I'm not using that as a coping mechanism any longer.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. I didn't even think about it that way, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me,
Uh,
that's just how I see it. Like, I don't need that because now I've given myself other tools where I can like, oh crap, today was really like spinny, but okay, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna do some breathing. I'm gonna just try to ground myself, redirect my thought processes, understand there's a narrative I can or can't control, and it helps. It definitely helps.
yeah.
Equipping yourself. Hmm.
Yeah. I definitely, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, even though Melissa and I did give a lovely mocktail
Oh
at
yes, you
our
did.
last podcast, um, lavender, it's always good. You
Oh yeah.
know,
I've
what was
changed my
that?
my lotion or my soap in the shower to the lavender for
Oh,
nighttime, so I'm
yeah.
like
No, it's amazing. Yeah. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, I think just continuing to go on with the holiday season with the mocktails, just so that way you don't mess anything up because
Yeah,
you got the
yeah,
playbook, you got everything, and you're like, just,
just
you don't
keep
want a
swimming.
Keep it
fumble. Yeah.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah. And then the fourth quarter with the comeback is, how menopause, it's not the end of the game. And
It's
I think
not.
that that is getting the word out and having people talk about it and not have silence around it. People will see, like, we don't
Mhm.
look like the Golden Girls, right?
No.
I mean, we're, vibrant, football lovers right here. Some of us are crazed. I will admit that. But it's like we are vibrant and we're not old. So I'm not going to have a term put
Attached to me.
on how I should feel about myself. So I think the
Right.
more we get that out, the more people won't be afraid to say menopause. I say it at work. I try to just to get the shock value at least 5 times. I'm going to say 5 times, but it may be more, but at least 5 times. And I'm like, oh, welcome to brain fog. If you can
Yeah,
all help me figure out what I'm trying to get, that would be great. And they're like,
that'd be
why are
helpful.
we pulled in? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, you're all pulled into my
Yeah,
menopause. Let's go. What are we thinking
yes,
about?
yes. And
And
don't
it
worry,
makes
you'll
it
be there too.
exactly, exactly. But it
Yeah.
makes it, like a team effort, like a
It
football team.
it
We just,
does, and we are a team. That's why we've had our little, I don't know, our halftime show and our whole Super Bowl because we need you to know this is how the team goes.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. So yeah, like we had said that the trophy is you. So I mean, you have to do what you can to make sure that you come out the winner.
Right. And putting yourself first is such a huge step in the right direction for your own self care. Like, I know that feels uncomfortable and it's a really wild space to think about being in. Like, oh my God, I can put me first because we're so used to putting our kids first, our kids' games first, our kids' practices first, our kids' everything. And then our husbands, our pets, our lives, our careers, all of those things they have to come behind us because if we're not performing and we're not functioning, work falls off, home life falls off, our confidence is impacted. So put you first, ladies. I mean, if you can't get out the damn door because you're having a moment, sit down, take a breath. Life will go on, believe you me.
Yeah. That no truer words, seriously, because but you put that pressure on yourself that like, well, I have to do it. If I
Yeah.
don't do it, it's going to fall apart. You
No,
know
it
what?
won't.
Fall apart. You know what falls
No.
apart? You.
You.
You fall apart.
And I've tested
So,
that theory. I'm telling you,
yes.
I've tested that theory. Take the pause.
Yes. Yes. It is, just literally like I said, just take a moment.
Yeah, yeah. Learn breathing techniques where people don't realize that's what you're doing. You can be in a high intensity meeting and you can breathe through that without the whole world having to know you're having a meltdown. So, learning those tips and tricks like that, that's what we're here for.
Yeah. I do love that sometimes, yeah, you can do that box breathing where you
Yes.
you breathe, you breathe in for,
Uh-huh.
you can do like in for 4, hold for 2, out for
Right.
4, hold for 2. It's like just or making it longer and
You're redirecting your entire nervous system. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
And believe it, it works. It is a tested, proven theory. And I personally have tried it and it does work for me.
yeah, yeah. I agree. Well, I mean, I had a lot of fun.
I
How
did
about you
too.
guys?
Well, we're the MVPs here, right?
True.
We are. Now, if only 2 of the, us could be in the actual Super Bowl, I'd be fine if I was there, but,
Same, same.
not
So
I
this year,
mean,
who do we think out of the three of us is going? Probably the Eagles out of the three of
yeah,
us right now.
they're
Yeah, yeah,
the closer ones,
yeah.
and I will say it here, even though I am that crazy, I I have been a Giants fan for many decades, not years, decades, but I became a little bit of an Eagles fan with, Saquon Barkley. So,
Um,
yeah.
God.
So I think that they do have a better chance than unfortunately, Raquel, you and I, our teams are
We're
they're
we're
home.
headed for a first round draft pick. That's what our new goal is this year.
Oh, it's always that. It's always that. I don't know
Every
if that's
damn
gonna
year. That's
I
okay. Ride or die.
okay. Ride or die. Exactly. So yes, so we wish all the other football teams good luck.
The best.
Melissa, we wish the Eagles good luck. I really can't even believe I'm saying that, but I am.
I nodded in agreement. Did you see that? No words. No FOMO
Uh,
here. No FOMO here.
oh gosh. Well, hey, it was fun. I enjoyed. I hope our listeners did too. Do we have any last parting words that anybody wants to say?
I
Go
personally
birds.
would love to hear your strategies. If you guys have other strategies out there that we haven't thought of or that we're not trying, bring them on. Put them in the
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. And yeah, we heard Melissa say go birds. Yeah, we heard it. Okay. So as we all like to say, we will see
See
you
you
Next
next
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.